Hey you guys, what's up? It's Anime Blaze coming to you with another Blaze vlog. And if you guys don't know what it is, well, that's okay because there's absolutely nothing special about this vlog. It's just me, Blaze, doing a vlog. And I had some things I want to talk about, and I don't feel like doing a scripted video. And I feel like, hey, some of you guys may want to chime in, with the different stuff I've been up to, what I have been going on, and yada yada. You know, huge. I've actually tried to record this vlog at least twice, and partway through I realized that like some of those I was like partway through I like realized like wait, I have some different things I want to mention, but they're not, they're not here, so I have to go and get different stuff. And yeah, not scripted because I didn't really plan to do a vlog, but it's not scripted. I'm just going to be talking straight off the cuff because hey, that's how life works. So pretty much with the past few months, guys, I've just been doing my own thing. Future career goals are actually looking pretty well, and if everything goes according to plan, I should be working out pretty soon. Yeah, just a quick update on that, in case you guys are ever wondering. Um, what else? What have I been up to? I've been, my sleep schedule has been freaking like horrible. Like I've, or at least like my sleep schedule is terrible, but at the same times I wake up sometimes I'm like refreshed, but other times I wake up, get freaking 8 hours of sleep, and or at least six at most, and I wake up and I'm like exhausted. I'm just like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. I don't even want to know what to do anymore. So yeah, sleeping is pretty bad right now. Hopefully I get that under control. Um, what else? Writing wise, I've tried to get back into poetry writing. It's like, yeah, if you guys don't know, I used to, and I still do, kind of write poetry from time to time. Back when I was in high school, I used to carry a freaking poetry notebook around because I still do consider myself to be a poet. I just don't write as much as I used to or want to. But I just use fleeting emotions, that different stuff I came across throughout the day, and try to at least write 2 to 3 poems a day, and usually for like an entire week. And they actually turned out pretty well. But it's like now it's like I'm just like grasping for freaking inspiration from something, anything that stands out to me. Um, I'm thinking about writing a poem about the recent stuff in the news, with what was it? Yeah, I guess I can get kind of personal, whatever. But the different stuff in the news lately with like police brutality and this, that, and the other, and how I sit at the end of this because on one note, it's like, as you guys can probably see from watching this video, I'm black. That's a fact. I'm black, and on one point of the spectrum, it's like I have some apparently some kind of moral obligation to my race or something like that. It's like I don't know where it stemmed from or where it came from or anything like that, but apparently I have some kind of invisible moral guideline telling me to say, hey, you shouldn't say that all cops aren't evil or cops aren't targeting black people because they are. And it's like I don't necessarily think that's true. It's like, are some cops pointing, obviously trying to stereotype, different people and everything like that to obviously get some kind of rise and just arrest people because they can? It's like, yeah, you bet, it's true. And I think it would be ignorant to say that it doesn't happen. But at the same time, I don't think that it's every single police officer that's freaking targeting somebody. It's like, it's freaking ridiculous. On one hand, it seems like I have to have some kind of moral obligation saying, it's like, hey, how dare you say that, police aren't doing this. And on the other hand, it seems like I'm betraying my race or something like that by saying like, it's like, no, it's like not all police are targeting people. It's like, might actually be, it's like some cops are, some cops aren't. And some laws are actually used you know, it's like I think it's ignorant to say that all cops are. I think it's ignorant to say that all police are targeting, you know, minorities and everything like that. I think it's ignorant to say that all of them are, but I also think it's ignorant to say that they aren't either, you know, because it happens. Like I know some people that say like, "Oh, it's not happening." It's like, well, in New York, they had the whole stop and frisk law in which most of the people that were stopped and frisked were, minorities. And it's like, yeah, and then there was some case, hands-on accounts, different people was like, I'm gonna stomp the piss out of you, this, that, and the other. So it's like, yeah, that's pretty messed up. But at the same time, it's like, I think I'm just going to stick with the neutral route of things because I'm I'm an objectivatory kind of guy, if that's even a word. I'm an objective kind of guy, and I want to see all sides of the party before I start drawing conclusions of like, oh no, that's that, and that's that. It's the reason why I'm not into politics. It's like I like to draw my conclusions from different political parties. It's like some political parties have things that I'd like to vote for, and some other ones don't. So I don't, ground myself to one particular party. But that's just me. And I'm probably gonna write a poem about that. I don't know. Maybe. It seems like my soul's pulling me right now. But I don't know. Let's talk about something that's less controversial. Something like fun, like freaking anime. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's talk about some anime. Over the past couple of months, I've actually been buying a few different anime-related items. One of them being, I don't know what the heck this is, Claymore. Yeah, Claymore. I've actually been watching Claymore, or watched Claymore, I should say. I marathoned the entire series in 1 week. I don't know whether to be ashamed or freaking happy about it. I don't freaking know. But all I gotta say is, man, this series is amazing. It needs a freaking reboot. Not now, not yet, but in the near future, maybe 5 to 10 years from now, Claymore reboot. I could see that happening with, it catching up with the manga. Speaking of the manga, I am looking forward to the manga box set being released in November because it's like nowadays for me, it's like, do I like to buy individual manga? Yeah, if that's how I have to get it, then yeah, it's all cool, it's all fine and dandy, but I prefer to buy manga in bulk. So the mangas that I'm looking forward to buying in box sets are uh, probably like four different series. Vampire Knight, both manga box 1 and 2, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, Rosario Vampire, and Rosario Vampire I think is also coming out in November if I'm not mistaken, if not October. And then Claymore, so it's like 5, 6, or 8 different box sets that I'm going to try to get my hands on. And I'm really looking forward to it because, as I said before, it's like I like watching anime as much as the next guy, but for some reason or another, it's like I don't know what it is, but I love reading manga in my spare time, and it just makes the time freaking go by just like that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to those. Hit me up in the comments, let me know what you guys think about it. Um, I also went out of my way to get my hands on Patlabor Movie 1. Um, sorry. Freaking awesome movie released during the 80s, the late 80s, I should say. It's the limited collector's edition has interviews with Mamoto Oshii, who is the director for this and Ghost in the Shell, as well as the music directors, the voice actors, I think the voice actors, and the different people they had sent out to locations and everything like that to scout out different areas to animate and draw in the movie to draw inspiration from. And it's pretty interesting because they had to literally redub the entire movie both in English and Japanese and redo every single piece of audio and every single sound effect. That's really, really drawn out. So they put a lot of work into effort into remastering this movie. So I really, really like the fact that that's a thing. And since we're going in sequential order, um, I also bought, yep, Pat Labor movie 2. Also good. It's really cool seeing, a lot of the different stuff. And I like this movie in particular because it's a lot more serious than the first movie. It's more politically driven, it's darker, it's grittier, and everything like that. And it actually plays a lot of, it also takes a lot of ties from the Japanese history during the time, during the 80s and the 90s, of when this movie came out with the stock market crashing and anime, plummeting a little bit like that. So it Mamoto Oshii pretty much calls this to actually be his like biggest and best success of animating or being a director of anime, I should say. And that's pretty cool to see that even this is above Ghost in the Shell. This is his child over Ghost in the Shell. It's like, that's pretty cool. And I actually like the movie too. So definitely check it out. If you decide to get these releases, go for it. But if you don't want to, go for the Blu-ray releases. And people were telling me on Facebook and this one Facebook anime collectors group I'm in, they kept telling me like, "Hey, this movie's being brought to Blu-ray, right?" And it's like, yeah, I know it's being brought to Blu-ray, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't. Just watching the movie itself to me doesn't tell me what went into making the movie because it's like too many times. It's like just like the people were saying with that one animator from America who's working in Japan who said he's pretty much like making $1 a day or something like that. I don't remember the exact reports of it or what the exact video was, but I do remember him saying that he was like getting like shit pay and everything like that. So I think that it takes some time to like really look into it, invest in to see that that anime isn't just like something you just like watch flick on the TV and everything like that. It's like I think it's something that you should actually have an appreciation for because there's like there's some really shitty anime shows. I'm not gonna deny that fact. There's some really crappy ones out there, but at the same time, I do think that like um, it's like we should really look into the fact and appreciate the art form in itself. To be like, hey, some people took some time out of their life to dedicate their lives and a lot of attention to this one specific thing. I mean, like people freaking went out of their way to go and to visit these different locations in anime and like the deconstructions of buildings, like buildings constantly being deconstructed and rebuilt in Japan, playing a part into Pat labor as to the different some important parts of the plot. It's like so that attention to detail to me is pretty cool, and you don't really see that too often with a lot of different things. So that to me enough is saying, hey, you might want to take this a little bit seriously. It's like because they put a lot of work and effort into it, so why not? You know. But that's that small tangent there. But I guess I should talk about at least a little bit of gaming stuff. Um, I kind of want to just briefly go over this because I'm probably going to make a video over this. I don't want to, but I kind of feel that I need to. But yeah, it's like remember when video games used to be fun? Like when playing video games just used to be about having fun, like, and you didn't care who the main character was, if it was a woman or if it was a male. If it was a male, it's like cool. If it was if it was a man, cool. If it was a woman, just as cool. And it's like remember those days when games just used to be about gaming, but apparently now gaming is now involved with like, oh, if you're playing games, it's like you're too violent, or if you side with a certain kind of view of gaming, it's like you're a misogynistic pig now or something like that. It's like, dude, I just want to play video games. It's like if the creator of a video game can create an awesome freaking female lead character, that would be freaking amazing. And I'm going to talk more about that in detail later on with like another video I'm going to be doing because it's going to be in my Blaze game section. Just be honest with you guys and let you know up front. And it's going to be just going over a little bit stuff like that with a stack of games I have sitting next to me, and going over the fact of how there are female protagonists in video games, and I just think that it shouldn't be brushed off. So yeah, that's going to be that. But onto the games I actually have bought recently. Two games that I'm very, very proud to own. I'm very, very proud to own. Want to put that in there. And one of the games that I bought that came in yesterday, 2-day shipping, awesome. One of the games I got that I'm really proud to own is Odin Sphere for the PS2. I've been, like, a lot of people said that, hey, this game is freaking awesome. It's like, you should play it. And honestly, I didn't really take too many people's word for it. I mean, a lot of people kept telling me I should play it, but I looked into it on my own, and it looked freaking awesome. And, like, the art style, Vanillaware knows what they're freaking doing with video games. No lie, they know what they're up to. But it's like, yeah, this game, I started playing it yesterday. I haven't gotten that far into it, but it's freaking amazing. Just the art style, the music, and I wanted to own a physical copy because I got a new PS2 like last year, and I want to play a physical game. You know, it's like I don't have anything wrong with digital video games, because I do plan on getting Odin Sphere on the PS3 eventually at some point in time. But in case anything ever happens with the PlayStation, or if I say, you know what, forget console gaming, it's like I just want to do PC, I have a physical copy of Odin Sphere right here, and I'm going to be building a gaming PC in the near future. So hopefully I can get this thing up and running on there, if that's possible. I don't know. But yeah, it's like it's always an option, you know? It's like physical copies over digital any day for me. But it's nice to have digital. So, Odin Sphere, the other game that I was pretty hyped to get my hands on, and took a while to actually find it. It's like I saw it years ago. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna freaking play this game. But, you know what? Forget the intro. I'm just gonna show you guys. A game that I've been looking for, and you'll probably already know what it is. Yes, Ghost in the Shell for the original PlayStation. How many times have I bought anything Ghost in the Shell related? Just never learn. But on a serious note, I just really like Ghost in the Shell, man. It's like a lot of different stuff, from the anime, movies, and series to probably going to be doing a video over my first impressions of Ghost in the Shell, Arise, architectural something. I watched the first episode not too long ago, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, it's like I just really like the series, and some people think I probably went too far when I went and bought the video games and stuff like that, but it's like, if you go and play the video games, they're actually pretty solid. Like, they're actually pretty solid and fun. Like, it's funny because the Ghost in the Shell game on the PlayStation is completely different from the Ghost in the Shell game on the PlayStation 2. In this game, you're playing as a tank, a Fuchikoma, or aka the Tachikoma, pretty much, and it plays almost entirely different. It plays entirely different than the PS2 version of this game, of the game. And it's actually pretty fun. It plays like an arcade game in a lot of different ways. Yeah, with the polygons and this, that, and the other. It's really, really solid. So, yeah, I'm really glad to finally get my hands on this game. And to those people who are charging $70 or $80 for a copy of this game, you guys are freaking nuts. I understand this game was mildly overlooked during 1997 when it was released. And yeah, it was on the cover of the first issue of PlayStation Magazine. But that does not give you the right to charge outrageous prices for a game that's on a dead console. And to me, that's freaking ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I understand the game console is dead and everything like that, but it's like, nobody's playing it. It's like, why are you charging an arm and a leg for it? I'd say at most, probably 20, 25 bucks, which is exactly what I paid for a used copy of this game, and freaking like new condition, original case, all the other stuff. Freaking awesome. I'm not complaining. And yeah, Plays just fine on my PS3. Um, Graphical smoothing does wonders for this game. Do not turn it off. And yeah, hopefully, even if someday, like when the PlayStation 3 dies and stuff like that, hopefully I can find some way to get this working on a PC because I know it's possible. I've seen it done before. So um, yeah, I'm gonna try to get this running on a PC eventually at some point in time. So yeah, like I said, physical over digital, and it's like I don't I don't plan on stealing games. It's like I'm only gonna play games that I freaking own. It's like if I can find a copy, even if it's like a freaking copy that has scratches on it and nobody wants it, but it plays, doesn't have an original case or anything like that, I'll still freaking get the game and play it. I'd rather own and get my hands on that game than go and steal it off of and somewhere off the internet. It's like I just want to own it. Why not? It's like after that I can do whatever I want with it. It's like if I want to break it, I can break it. But that's my small tangent there, guys. Yeah, it's just freaking ridiculous. I don't even 21 minutes now. But yeah, it's pretty much it, guys. Blaze vlogs, just me chilling, talking about multiple different things, going in with video making. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later in whatever may be happening that I decide to do. And wait, let me redo that. Never doubt your capabilities because you never know what you might be able to do. Trust me, it always works, and I will see you guys later in whatever may be happening that I decide to do. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.